Reporting from Gencon 2013, here's Mark Cardinado. I am with Paul in Bowden from Split Second Games, and he's going to tell us a little bit about Quicksilver. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Thanks for stopping by the booth. Quicksilver is an airship racing and combat game. It's suited for 2 to 6 players. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes per player once you get the rule set down. And as a rule of thumb, it will reflect whatever your group's natural tendencies are as gamers. If you like a quick, speedy racing game, you can use the elements to make your race faster. If you like scrapping for every square inch of real estate, you'll be fighting every step of the way. The race is focus of the game, though, so whoever is the first to traverse the checkpoints and cross the finish line first is the winner. You start with a hand of 5 cards. These cards do a number of things. They can give you opportunities to attack pilots who are too close to you. They can give you extra maneuverability options. They can do a scat of other effects. They also have a numeric value on them that can be used to modify your dice rolls. On your turn, you get the opportunity to advance your velocity up or down by 1 rating, or you can stay at your current speed. The number of your velocity is the number of dice you're rolling in the turn. You're committed to moving that number of spaces in a turn. However, you can sacrifice one of your cards from your hand on your turn to add or subtract that card's number value to your movement total. So if you did not want to enter into a cloud on your turn with that 4 movement, you could sacrifice one of your cards for 1 point and only move 3. Also, at the beginning of your turn, and only at the beginning of your turn, you can use one of your movement points to pivot your ship in a new direction. You can turn it 60 degrees for no penalty to you, 120 degrees at the penalty of the loss of armor. You turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have a clear shot through this straightaway to get to the next checkpoint. The first person to cross each checkpoint becomes the race leader. Once there is a race leader established, everyone else in the pack gets to get their hand up to full size again. So they have opportunity to burn these cards to catch up to the leader. It rewards good play, but if you are not using good play and you are just in front by the luck of the dice, it keeps the pack in the game. You can play as many cards as you want on yourself for personal effects on your round. You can also play cards to attack other players. Any card that affects someone else is an attack. However, you can only successfully attack someone once per round. If you've already hit me, you'll need to focus on Lance the rest of the round. You can attack people by ramming into them with your ship or by playing these cards if you're within certain ranges. There are plenty of obstacles already on the board. Clouds will move in. If you start a turn inside of a cloud, you'll be at half movement for the turn. If you run into a mountain, you'll slow down immediately, lose armor, and possibly crash if you don't have any protection at that point. You can also add flying minefields into play at the very beginning of the game. If you crash into that, it will explode and people around you will take shrapnel damage as well. There are turrets you can also play on the mountaintops that can fire on you as you come by. Again, you can use these cards during your attacks to add to your rolls, to become a game of brinksmanship, to ask yourselves how many cards from your hand are you willing to spend simply to stop 1 point of armor loss. And with this very simple rule set, we found people have been, that it blends into exactly whatever their game group normally does. If they're fighters, they will fight. If they are peace-loving people, they will sprint. And the game can become as long and as beautiful as you want it to be. On the other side of the board is an entirely different landscape. Set inside of the city limits, with lots more buildings to worry about running into, much fewer clouds. The pack stays much closer together in this. Everybody is always within range for a little bit of fisticuffs. And we are really, really happy and proud of the reception this game has gotten in the very few weeks it's been out. We could not be happier with the way that the board game community has taken to it.
Well, thank you, Paul, for the overview. And as you mentioned, actually, we're graced by the presence of a special guest here, the reviewer extraordinaire Lance, also known as Undead Viking. Lance, what do you think about this game?
Well, I like the other side, actually. I like playing the city map because my group likes beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you like to push people into buildings, right?
Yes,
to see them explode.
No, it's a heck of a lot of fun. It's just a really good game. I'm not a big racing game guy, but I like this. So, what does that tell you? I really enjoyed it, and I actually am working on a review that should be up very soon. So, look for that after this one. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And this is Quicksilver by Split Second Games.